So I was getting on my computer today to do another episode of Fresh Start Reborn to work on the series. And this is about 10 hours ago. And lo and behold, another account has been banned. My second one. So I still have 3 of the accounts here. And this will be a part of the challenge of whatever. But it was one of the accounts that had 88k. So now we're down 88k for the series, whatever. It's pretty fucking stupid. I checked all of the other accounts that ran on Tutorial Island, and those ones they're just off. None of them got banned, but I lost one that was like just making pie dishes, so it had to happen randomly. They all did the same thing. You know what I mean? You guys all saw the video. Everybody, there's the video of everything I did yesterday. Though it's not a stream, so I will say that. I said before that I will only make new accounts on stream, so I have proof. But they banned it for macro major. We're going to go to it. I want to see the evidence. Account banned for macroing an old school or macro detection systems and monitoring your account closely. Yeah. Sure, buddy. Anyway, but like, this is getting pretty annoying because like I'm seeing people in my Discord starting new accounts and then they'll get banned. Like they'll do free-to-play accounts, and I understand that it's free-to-play, and people will say stuff like, "Oh, don't look bot if you don't want to get banned," or "You're obviously botting," yada yada yada. There's a million different things, but they're false bans. This one's a false ban. I have 3 other accounts that I streamed. One other account recently that I streamed that got banned. I sent in information. This is the post I made for the last one. This was for the this was in the stream. I sent this in for the appeal. I am Jagex OSRS. I stream myself running this account from scratch and stream all of my accounts now when I make them. I don't bot or cheat. They're all played by hand, as you can see from the stream. And then I linked the stream. Here is the link to the stream. And they denied that appeal. So I'm not very hopeful that appealing this one is going to work, but I'll probably just do the same thing here. It's pretty stupid, but I am Jagex OSRS, and I played this account publicly by hand. Let me just go grab that link, I guess. But it's just getting ridiculous, man. Like, the road to 10,000 will probably never happen if I can't even play the fucking game. I mean, it's part of the challenge and everything like that. Here is the link to the characters where I ran them all by hand. Though it is not a stream. I don't care. This is false ban. So that will probably get denied. But, this is something that's happening quite often, and it's happening to free-to-play. Like, you could, if you want to test this, if you want to think I'm full of shit, make a bunch of free-to-play accounts and start just playing them. I know most people who talk shit and say that you're botting will never do this, but like there's like 20 plus people in our Discord alone who can force this same situation to happen and force them to false ban, which is fine because it's free-to-play, okay? It's free-to-play, so understandably so. Nobody's going to give a shit about the free-to-play player. Everybody, that's where everybody makes bots and etc. But like it has... It's not against the rules, and it needs to... Why did I sell those? Am I dumb? Yes, I am. It needs to get taken care of, bro. There needs to be a solution. It's one thing to get banned. So those went up a lot since yesterday. That sucks. Anyway, it sucks to get banned, but like the issue is when we put in an appeal, the system just says, nah, fuck you. And then you're just still banned. That really sucks. It just sucks. You know what I mean? Like, free-to-play is important, but it's not even just that, but like free-to-play is just the sorry, I'm at a loss of words here. I didn't script this or nothing, never usually do, but free-to-play is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many players, I've met so many players that come into my Discord because they heard about the last time I got chain banned, which is so unfortunate. That they have lost their mains from playing. They've never botted. They've never even multi-scaped and stuff like that. I know for a fact because of how many times I've been banned myself that it's happening a lot. It's just happening on such a level that Jagex doesn't care. And then they could just post stats saying, we've deleted 800,000 accounts. But they don't... Like that... Man, it's just so dumb. like, I have a solution potentially, but it's called whitelisting IPs, but I don't think Jagex would ever go for it. And when I was like I was pitching it to ChatGPT to see how viable it would be. I may have deleted. Okay, I closed that chat. So I'll just go back into that. ID verifications. And whatever. So we looked into it, and it was like, there's like third parties they could team up with that would do like $1 to $3 per check, whatever, but they might be better to do that in-house. So my idea is, I'll just say it again. Would it cost a lot of money for Jagex to whitelist players' ID, where they would upload an ID to such to verify their accounts? Then they could whitelist devices or IP addresses that would make it so they cannot be flagged for an automated ban from the system, but first would have to be manually reviewed by a person to institute that ban. So that would just protect everyone. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's millions of RuneScape players who would love to just upload IDs or pay a little bit more money to just make sure that they never get put on the automated, not pay a little bit more money. It has to be a system that, like, so you'd get IP banned, or you'd get IP whitelisted, and then if you were breaking the rules, they just remove your listing, and then you could never get it again. So it would people would try to exploit that, but then they would get unexploited. But like, putting this into here, it's kind of expensive. Like, just skipping to the gist of it, it would cost maybe like $1.5 to $2 million to institute something like this. But Jagex is a huge company, so I'm not like, it's kind of your problem. It's your game, so you should be paying for it. Don't cheap out on us and screw us over just by getting fucking false banned all the time. And sorry about my language a little bit. I'm not trying to talk too much shit. I'm trying to bring solutions to the table and stuff. But like, these exploitations here, I didn't think about this. Solving identity reuse problems. So a bot farm verifies hundreds of accounts under stolen or resold IDs. So it kind of like makes it so that it would make it easier for them to bot. But it's not. It would, but it wouldn't. It would add another layer of like cost to the bot farm, because it would just be a war. It's always going to be a tit for tat. So no matter what Jagex does to try to like implement to protect players, the botters are going to respond, because this has been a game of cat and mouse since the oldest time. So yeah, $500K to $1.5 million for engineering, legal, compliance, UI changes, etc. And then verification, if they outsourced, it would cost like $100,000 for 50,000 players to opt in, which I feel like would be, I feel like 50,000 would be like on the low end, so maybe that'd be more. But then they have to hire extra human reviewers, which I think is a cost that needs to happen, bro. Because, like, bro, you're like, think of the cost, but think of this. If I was more confident, I don't even want to pay for more memberships. I have 4. I pay for 4 premieres, okay? So that is, like, a lot of money for one person. But I think there's a lot of other people out there who want to, like, pursue multiscape. And I know this for a fact because my content, they're all interested in multiscape. They would be a lot more willing to bond up, to make more alts, to be more invested, to suck their life into your game. So but by not doing this, you're creating a shit ton of anxiety for all of these players, so that none of them want to fucking invest into your game. I don't want to, like, I'm doing it because, like, I love this game, but like, I'm a very fringe player. I am, like, you know, being a content creator for RuneScape makes you a fringe player by nature, but I'm fringe of fringe. Like, I will do it regardless. I'll take the risk because it's like who I am. But like, you have so many players who are risk averse, who do not want to risk everything, and you're like, you're making it so that they can't spend money on your game because they're anxious about your game. They don't want to lose their progress. A lot of players are lifers, man. They want to put everything into RuneScape. You know what I mean? And my community is kind of proof of that. There's other communities that are proof of that, but I know now firsthand experience that there's proof that I know there's probably 100 people who would double how much money they spend on RuneScape just if they knew that they weren't going to get false banned. But like, you can go to my Discord. It's like a common source of it's a common source of like conversation. This guy lost 20 accounts. He made 20 accounts random like normal, but then he made 20 more, and then they all got banned. He doesn't know why. There was another guy in here who... There's a lot of people in here who have lost a lot of different accounts and shit. They just like one of my moderators, he was getting hit a lot. He lost like 50% of his accounts, and he muscled through it and got like 80 online. It's just a common theme in the chat. Like, I get messages all the time from people. I get comments on my content all the time from people about how this is an issue. They've lost this account and stuff like that. And yes, a lot of people can lie and they can try to do it to get their accounts back. But there's like, you can't say all of them are not getting false ban. Like, I think it's just such a fucking shitty problem, dude. It's such a problem. And like, something needs to be done, obviously. Like, I'm probably going to lose all these free-to-play accounts if I try to progress them. I'll just keep documenting. This will be like day one of doing it. But like, I can stream and make it happen again and again and again just to show that it's happening. That it shouldn't be happening. It doesn't matter if I act sort of like a bot. If I'm playing within the rules, I should not be banned. And it's not against the rules to run 20 accounts through Tutorial Island and then make pie shells with them. So I shouldn't have been banned for it. I don't know what else to say, man. Like, I feel like I'm just hitting my face in the wall. It's like, yes, there's going to be like those players who are like, shut up, we don't care, just don't cheat, whatever, you're a piece of shit, you multi-escape, whatever. And I don't care about those people. I'm still going to keep complaining about it because it's not just me. It's like, what is it? What's the bigger picture here? And the bigger picture is that there's a lot of other players out there who are being falsely banned. We just don't know where they are. And we're just like, it feels like a cover-up. Not a cover-up. I don't want to like be that tyranny by apathy. Like, you're just letting these people go because it doesn't meet the bottom line or whatever. I don't know. It's just really shitty. And I know they said in their support that they're going to start, like, having a... I'm trying to be hopeful about that they're going to have some sort of better support system that'll make it so that accounts, you know, they'll have better communication with the players and stuff like that. And I really hope that that goes through because, I don't know, man. Like... You can't go to Reddit anymore because if you go to Reddit, they just sit there and victim blame and then torture you and stuff like that because that's what they do on Reddit. Reddit's very combative, or the community, they just victim blame like crazy. Like, not to make a comparison like this, but it would be like if somebody was crying about being SA'd, it would be like they're the equivalent on Reddit whenever anybody posts about it of like saying like you deserved it. Either it's your fault because you were lying or something like that. And then, like, after you don't back down, then they'll go, well, it was your fault because you dressed a certain way. You know, like somebody who, like, a lady of the night wearing skimpy clothing deserves to get R-worded because she was dressed like a R-word, like a whore. Sorry. Like, it's the same argument, and they make it on there all the time. I've seen, like, 10s of 20s of posts of people just, like, dogpiling. Anybody who's trying to claim... Like, Jagex even came out and said, like, those people that say that they're... we investigate all of them that say that they've been banned before, and we know they're lying because we investigate it. But, like, I don't know. I'm kind of just rambling. I don't know what the fuck to say. It's just, like, really, really disheartening, and just something needs to be done. So, I guess that's it. That's kind of my episode for today. Not a lot of progress being made on this, but on the series, we'll see where it goes. But the Fresh Start Reboard will be like probably cataloging how many accounts get banned and all that other type of stuff too. So whatever. I don't know. I feel like I ranted a lot. I'm gonna have to listen to this back and see if I just shoot it again, but whatever. Peace out. You know, I don't know, man. I just hope we can get the false ban sorted out or some sort of system put into place so that paying customers can get justice. You know what I mean? Can just like ease their anxiety so that they can just play the game they loved as a kid. But anyway, yeah, whatever. See you.